London. Today is April 20th, 1921. We have a lot of news for you today, so let's jump right into things. Sadly, a recession has arisen in our country. Because of the large amount of soldiers returning from war, jobs have been harder to find. The unemployment rate has gone up from 5.2% to 8.7%.
Also, the drop in wholesale prices is severe, falling by 36.8%. This is the most severe drop since the American Revolutionary War. This is very scary news, Megan. Our country needs to create more jobs to tend to the needs of the Americans.
I know, Lindsay. I'm so grateful to have a steady job during the rising unemployment rates.
And I as well. It is becoming more difficult to purchase everyday necessities since they are very scarce. Since products are scarce, their prices have greatly increased, causing customers to no longer be able to afford them.
At the rate banks are failing, citizens will not even have any money to spend on their basic products.
So far, 600 banks have closed. If families keep losing money, stay-at-home housewives will need to help contribute to supporting families. But most potential housewives these days are choosing to rebel against their normal role as women in the society. Let's go to Catherine, who is with one of these women at the moment. Good morning, Catherine.
Thanks, Lindsay. I'm standing here with a girl that has taken up the trend that's sweeping the nation. We call these girls flappers. Now, Summer, tell me about how you girls like to live.
Well, we like to party and drink and smoke. This is one of my boys.
Why don't you conform to the normal acts of our society?
Because I believe as we are gaining more rights, we should be able to do things as equally as men do.
What is the typical day in the life of a flapper?
Well, I do have a job during the day, but at night I like to go out in the city and do city things and go to clubs and also smoke and drink some more, and I like to swear a lot. And I also like to go to these things called petting parties.
What exactly is a petting party?
Oh, petting parties are great. It's a party filled with group kissing and group touching.
Mark Collins.
And this is one of my boys that go to these with me.
Sounds like fun, Summer. Do you believe that what you're doing as a flapper is significant in our country?
Yes. I and other flappers alike are changing the roles of women. Women are working outside the home and challenging women's traditions and expectations from the society we live in. We advocate voting and women's rights.
You are truly doing amazing things for the women in our country. I am sure I am speaking for all women when I say thank you for your extraordinary courage to go against the roles of women. What do you think will come from this flapper age?
Women will hopefully be viewed as equally as men are.
Men.
Women will be able to wear, say, drink, smoke, and most importantly, do whatever they wish that is legal.
Smoking is bad for you. I don't recommend smoking.
Cigarettes.
That's all I have time for. Thank you, Summer, for your controversial thoughts. Back to Megan and Lindsay in the studio.
And now moving on to some sports.
Yesterday was a busy day for sports. Babe Ruth hit his 54th home run for the New York Yankees. Baseball is beginning to become very lively. Cleveland Indians shortstop Ray Chapman was killed yesterday by Carl May's pitch. He died in the St. Lawrence Hospital after being hit in the head at the Polo Grounds the previous afternoon. Our sincere regards go out to his friends and family.
The National Football League is having its one-year anniversary. The championships will take place soon, which include the Chicago Bears, formerly known as the Chicago Stallies. In the Summer Olympics, Paavo Nurmi wins 5 golds in athletics of track and field.
Speaking of Olympics, the first Winter Olympics are in preparation, which should launch in the winter of 1924. The Schooner Bluenose won the International Fisherman Trophy last weekend. I see an undefeated career in racing for this girl.
Recently, a lot of firsts have occurred, along with the first Winter Olympics, the first sub-1-minute 100-meter freestyle swim, the first 24 hours of Leman race, and the first international handball tournament between Germany and Belgium have taken place. As for tennis, Big Bill won the Wimbledon for the second year in a row, and was the first American to do so. Suzanne Lenglen of France is the first to win the singles women Wimbledon as well.
The French opened to non-French players for the first time, which has excited many. For our breaking news of the morning, the public flocked to sporting events in record numbers to be entertained by a host of sporting celebrities, both male and female, this past weekend. This event included baseball, tennis, golf, swimming, football, and boxing. Media publicized this event well as newspapers, magazines, radio, and movies promoted it excessively.
That's all for the latest sports news.
Thanks, Catherine, for the sports.
And before we end this broadcast, we wanted to inform you of a new product that is now available. For all you ladies out there, there is no more inserting a flexible pipe into the exhaust of a vacuum cleaner to dry your hair. There's a new product called the Hair Dryer, which is a machine that plugs into an outlet in the wall and it blows hot air.
And thanks to Earl Dixon, the Band-Aid has been invented. They are now being sold to the public.
Another invention that has been very helpful to the public in this city are traffic lights.
The man who invented them, William Potts, is very sensible. The traffic control will be so much easier.
The last invention we are going to talk about today is the car, with the combustion engine. Thanks to Henry Ford, cars are much less expensive than before 1920.
Well, that's all for today. See you tomorrow for more riveting stories. This was Lindsay and Megan reporting to you. Thanks for tuning in to One Network.
Baseball is beginning. I can't say baseball. You know, baseball.
Are you There is a new product called the hair dryer, which is a machine that plugs into an outlet and it blows hot air. What? That's all for the latest news, sports news.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Now moving on to sports.
Okay, we're clearly not using that clip.
The Chicago Staleys. That's on? You could have said